In prison, people get robbed every day. Doesn't matter where you at, who you are, how big you are, how much you work out. None of that shit. Doesn't even matter if you're part of a gang.
Hold down, man. Suitcase this, my cell phone, and my charger don't walk with a limp. You get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlift.
You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead, hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Appreciate everyone that's been, tuning in, supporting my movement. We came a long way. It feels just like yesterday when I ain't even had no subscribers, okay? Now we up here about to hit 40K. All right, now, what I'm gonna speak on this video is because y'all know I like to give it to y'all raw. Okay, I like to give y'all real stuff, real stories, real things that you actually go through or witness while locked up in prison. Okay, I can't speak for every prison in the world, but I'm speaking straight out of Florida. Straight out of Broward County is where I'm from, Eastside Davie to be exact. All right, everyone knows I did a 5-year prison bid. Throughout my prison bid, I seen a lot of shit, recorded a lot of things, and and it's about time that we expose the system. All right, now, what I'm gonna speak on this one is, I'm gonna speak on, prison robberies. All right, now, a lot of people land in prison. Not a lot, everybody lands in prison for breaking somewhat part of the law, right? Okay, well, I want people to know that just because you go to prison doesn't mean you're safe. People get robbed in prison too. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell y'all a couple incidents that I just seen. Maybe I was a part of, maybe I did it, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just, maybe I'll change the names like in a book, you don't throw the real names in there. Feel me? Who knows? But anyways, in prison, people get robbed every day. Doesn't matter where you at, who you are, how big you are, how much you work out. None of that shit. Doesn't even matter if you're part of a gang. Even gang members get robbed, okay? Now, me, I remember being locked up. One thing I could say is I never got robbed. Not one time did I get robbed my whole prison bid. People want to rob me? Yeah. Of course. Did I get in? Did people act like they were going to rob me and speak like that? Yeah, of course. But did it happen? Never. Could it happen? Yes, it could. Anybody can be robbed. That's simple. I'm not the hardest person in the world, Even if I rocked out and made them wet me up, what's going to happen? I still got robbed, right? Anybody can get robbed. All right, so I'm going to tell you this story one time about this young jit from Dade County. He came in, he loved to smoke tunchi. He liked to get high. So he comes in or whatever, People started seeing, that he had that check. He was young. He didn't know how to cope with the time. So all he did was get high. And he would twack out because he would get too high. Now, he was from Dade County, like I said. But, people peep your surroundings, in there. Not just, understand what I just said. People peep your surroundings. You understand? Like, they see you and they see your surroundings, like who you're surrounded by. They see when you hit Canteen, you can sit back and just fall back and peep someone's face expression when they hit the Canteen window and tell if they was expecting money or not. That's how severe it was with me and my dogs. We could sit back and look and see when you hit that one. We can tell if you're anxious. We could tell if you're upset, if you're disappointed, if you're let down, if you're excited. We could tell if it's there or if it ain't there, or if it's gonna come or if it ain't gonna come. You understand? And because I wasn't always, this laid back as an individual. When I was at Calhoun, I was like I said, I was in G-Dorm, gangland. We was on that put down. We was on that robbing. We was on that savage shit. And that's just what it was. That was my first private camp. And I landed in a dorm to where it was like, shit, you either eat or you gonna be ate. Okay? Now, I spoke on being at Calhoun plenty of times. All right? But let's get back to this young dude from Dade County. Now, like I said, he had a habit. He loved to smoke. Okay, so people started seeing that he'd always hit the Canteen window. He'd spend $100, because that's all you could spend in Florida a week is $100. Even if you have $1,500 in your account, only $100 will be on your ID, which is like your credit card. So he'd spend $100, come back to the dorm, be high as a kite, and in 2 days he has no canteen, no nothing. Walk around looking like he's, like he's a junkie. He's fiending for it now. Now he's chasing. He's chasing the tunchi now because he spent it all so quick. People started peeping that. So he ended up getting robbed. He ended up getting hit across the head. The person the person that ran in there and did it walked in his dorm with a canteen bag and a canteen bag over their head. For anyone that knows, a canteen bag ain't nothing but it looks like a basketball net. It's a net bag. You feel me? So they locked the compound down. They were looking to see if they could find out who came in this dorm and who robbed this person or whatnot. So they turned the camera, they turned the screen, they wanted us all to see it, to see if we knew who it was, this and that or whatever. And I couldn't help but to laugh that it was one of my dogs. Like, dead ass. Like, if you know him, you look at him and be like, what a dumbass. Like, with a canteen bag, like it's a Halloween mask. And it isn't nothing but a net see-through bag on his head. Went in there, hit the man aside the head, and took his canteen from him. The crazy thing about it all was, my dog is from Dade County. See, it didn't matter that that was his home team. You feel me? Because home team be the wrong team sometimes. You feel me? And then when it comes to that gang shit, every brother ain't your brother. Just because he's from your home team, y'all got something in common, don't mean they gonna spare you. My dog didn't give a damn he was from the same part of the Florida where he was from. He didn't care. And it threw me because they were literally both from like 30 minutes apart. They both had 305 tatted on them. They were pushing the same shit, but they didn't believe in the same movement. All right, so he ended up getting robbed, hit up across the head. He got put in PC or whatever and shit like that. And I used to ride my dog. Like, I'd see my dog and I'd be like, boy, come here, boy. Like, I let him know I know, boy, and this and that, you know. And every time I see him, and I'd be like, boy, what you gonna go, put a bag on your head? Like, I used to ride him and shit like that. Like, they literally were looking for him, okay? Now, packages. You get these special packages in Florida. They're like summer packages. They come around each, you know, fall, winter, summer, stuff like that. These are exotic packages where your family can order $100 from 2 different sites. So that's $200 that you can receive. Rare stuff though. Shoes, different shoes, you know, different food and all that stuff like that. No matter what camp you are at, when these packages come, there is going to be a robbery. And that's how it is. To where 9 out of 10 camps you go to, they will lock the compound down and have a way. You can tell when packages come. They can fill the property room with packages. It'll be just boxes stacked to the ceiling to where property's closed for this week. And someone will break into the property and steal half the packages. That's how it is. Like, people rob the canteen windows. Like, people will go to the canteen, man, and get up with a banger. Man, let me get that and rob them. Like things go down on the streets as well as it goes down in prison. So if you claim you living that life and you fully gutter and you be on that robbing shit or whatever, when you go to the chain gang, they got a spot for you because you're not getting away from it just by going to prison. You feel me? You're gonna be in there with it. You're gonna see how it goes down. And if you have anything that someone else wants, someone gonna try to take that shit. It's all on if they feel like taking it or if they want to try to take it. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that they will take it. It's all on you to, you know, protect yours and shit like that. But if someone wants something, they will take it. Feel me? Everything you're looking for is in prison. You wake up every morning, however you feel that day, there is someone in there for that. And I said this before in other videos. You wake up, you want to fight, there's someone there that will fight you. You want to wake up in there and you want to fucking rob someone, there's someone in there you can rob. Depends on, you know, how you carry yourself and what you're feeling. All right? Now, like I said, me and my dogs, we used to call it free bands when we were in G-Dorm. We would look out that window and watch when the people would hit the canteen window and just observe them and look at them and tell, okay, he's expecting, bro, he's expecting. And shit like that. Tell him, you know what time it is, boy, you gotta pay rent. It didn't matter what it was. If you wasn't affiliated, boy, yeah, it's gonna have to grid. Even the ones that were affiliated had to grid. But the majority of the ones that weren't affiliated, boy, you're gonna have to grid. And even when you do grid, you're gonna have to grid again and again and again to where eventually they're like, man, I'm tired of this fighting shit. What y'all want? $7 a week? And that's it. Now they paying. So now here you are, you're one person, and you got this person paying you $7, this one over here, this one over here, this one over here. You got them 4 people paying you $7. That's $28 a week you're getting. You see what I'm saying? You're only allowed to get 100, you know what I'm saying? But still, that's 28 free bands right there. You know, that's how people do it. There's a lot of robberies that go to cell phones and shit like that. Or chains. It could be a gold chain. It could be a watch. It could be whatever it is they want. You know, people will send people at you and get you in trouble on purpose to get your shit. Like, you could be going to chow and have your hold down man holding your shit in the dorm, and then they'll get you crashed at center gate on your way back, right in front of the officer. Someone will crash you and start whooping on you, and then you get in a fight. Y'all go to confinement. Meanwhile, they back in the dorm robbing the hold down mans of the phones. See, I've told that in one of my videos before. You know, that's some shit that I partaked in. I know about stuff like that. All right. I even did a video speaking on how I robbed a hold down man one straight out of his ass and handed it to me. And I got him, and all I used was a bendy pen. For anyone who knows what that is, it's a pen with just the lead stick wrapped in rubber, and they bend. When you press on them, they bend. They're real flimsy. You get them in the box. They're usually a box pen. I had a bendy pen with a washcloth, and the hold down man was in the back stall, just came from working, and I said, "Fuck, nigga, get up." And that, no, come on, bro, come on, bro, come on, bro, come on, bro, don't do it, and gave me a shitty phone wrapped in tape and everything. You know what I'm saying? The whole compound was laughing. I'm like, boy, you let that boy rob you with a pen, boy. Like you never know what's gonna happen. Okay, you go out, you know, it doesn't matter if you don't tell anybody what you got going on, what you're about to pick up, what you're about to get dropped off, however you're gonna do it. They know about it before you even get it. That's how the chain gang works. That's simple. And it could be something within the institution. Like, it ain't even got to be something coming from outside. It could be something that's already in the institution that went from one person to another, to another, to another. Eventually, when you get your hands on it, when you get back to your dorm, people in there already know. That's just how it is. It's a dangerous world. And yes, people rob 24/7. Literally, like, come up to you and like, boy, you know what time it is? Open your locker. Man, what you mean? And if you act like you ain't gonna open your locker, it ain't like they're gonna leave you alone. You know, it depends. If they're only testing you. But if they're for real, they already came with the intentions of wanting to hurt you. So they're going to throw that out there. They're going to throw that out there to see if they can make you break it off without even having to get violent. You know what I'm saying? So then they'll be like, man, you already know what time it is. Open that locker. And then if you're like, man, you know what time it is, bro. All right, bro. And then they open that locker, pop it, and then you grab what you want from them, take their shit. That's what they would do. Okay, like rob you 24/7. It does go down in prison. There's people in there that live off of robbing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at them. Shit, I mean, it's a dog-eat-dog world at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, though, I was doing that shit when I first went to prison. You know, I was on that stupid stuff. But me personally, it ain't for me no more. I don't do that no more. Because if I would have continued that, I never would have changed after going to prison. You see what I'm saying? My whole goal isn't to go to prison and keep doing shit and keep living like that, because then when I get out, I'm not rehabilitated. So me, I wanted to rehabilitate my mind. You feel me? So I backed out of all that. I'm like, nah, you feel me? Fuck it, live what it is. But I never had a problem with money. That's the whole thing. It's me. I always was doing it because I didn't like when people want to stick up for themselves. Here you break the law, you commit these crimes, you come to prison, but you let someone take your shit. To me, I feel like you shouldn't have it. What's your charges? What you in here for? Let me see your shit. Let me see your paper. What you in here for, boy? What you in here? Like, boo up on them, scare the hell out of them, just to see. You know what I'm saying? And this goes for any races. It was any races you can think of. It wasn't just whites. We did it too. You know, it wasn't just Spanish or blacks. It was just different people. You feel what I'm saying? So, but like that's what you got to deal with in prison. Is there's robbers 24/7. It goes down. Okay, so don't think you're just gonna go in there and make that shit, you know, oh shit, I'll just lay back, everything's gravy. Yeah, you gonna lay back without getting shit from the canteen window then. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do boot up, like, man, you got me fucked up. If they were really gonna come rob you, they're gonna hit you, stab you, wet you, do whatever they gotta do. They're gonna do it as soon as you boot up. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know if it wasn't just a test. That's how you know if they purposely came to do that. Because their first intentions, the way prison isn't to just come there and ask you to give it to them. Their intentions is to rob you, to put their hands on you, to really make you give it to them. This is prison, and it's filled with people who've broken the law. You know what I'm saying? Up, you got to be willing, you know what I'm saying? Hit their ass first. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Be like, are you for real, bro? Man, that's crazy. And, you know, get to them, boy. Catch their ass off guards, man. You know what I'm saying? Play a fool to catch a fool. You know, you just got to be fully committed with what comes with it. Because this person could be a gang member. This person could have a bunch of brothers and cousins and homeboys. You never know what it is. Just make sure, you know, that you are fully with it. Because there is robberies that do go down in prison on a daily. Like I said, Not just anybody's gonna walk around with a gold chain. You gotta be respected. Same thing with a watch. You gotta be respected. People are robbing for $10 Canteen watches. Watches that you could buy for $10 off of Canteen. What you think they're gonna do to you when you have a G-Shock in there that's only 50 on the streets, but you're selling it for like 150 in there? You know, shoes. You know what I'm saying? It could be to the point to where you got some real deal Hanes socks. Like real deal, you know, Fruit of the Loom. You know, shit like that. They little things like that, boy, they rob for. You feel me? So I figured I'd come on here and break this little video down for y'all or whatever, and speak on how people get robbed in prison, left and right. You see people locked in their locker just to go take a shower because they know it don't matter if I'm in here with 90 people. I could be cool with all 90 of them. When I go to that damn shower and come back and my locker's raided, ain't none of them gonna stand up and tell me who took my shit, because that's the rules of prison. You ain't supposed to say nothing. You feel me? Straight like that. Even if you want to, that's your homeboy and all, but damn, these your dogs that just robbed them. That's why it tells you in prison. Rule number 1, mind your business. That's simple. Mind your business. That's rule number 1. You feel me? Some people say, oh, rule number 1 is don't snitch. No. Rule number 1 is mind your business. By you minding your business, you can't snitch. You ain't in no one's business. You feel me? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. As you see, I'm sitting out here in the rain and lightning. But like I said, man, for all them people out there, man, you know, that be robbing people and shit like that, I know everybody ain't got it as easy. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do to make your, you know, make your ends. I don't hate you for it. I ain't talking bad on people like that. I salute the people like that. I grew up with people like that my whole life. I used to be one like that, okay? But what I'm saying is, if you ain't never been to prison and you on that jack boy shit, when you go to prison, you gonna see everyone's on that jack boy shit.